Hello again and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. Since I've been struggling lately, I've decided it's time to find some consistency. And if you look at the deck that I'm running here, yes, it has a Deoxys speed and a Deoxys attack. But there's a reason why I chose these Pokemon, all of them. The reason is, collectively, they all are consistent Pokemon. If you look at the wheels, and we're just going to jump into a league game. That's how confident I feel in this group. But if you look at the wheels of these Pokemon, you kind of know what you're going to get. If you look at Deoxys attack form, the majority of his wheel is 130. If you look at Groudon, half of his wheel is 110 base damage. I have 111 because I got 2 out of the gym. If you look at Mew, half his wheel is a 30 gold. If you look at Sceptile, half of his wheel is 91 white. Basically, what I'm saying here is that it's my opponent's turn. Is that I can reliably be attacked or attack with each of these figures and have a good idea about what spin I'm going to produce. Now, it's not going to happen all of the time, and I don't know a whole lot about Kabuto here. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go threaten his goal. He can probably attack me and knock out my Deoxys speed pretty easily, but he wants to get Manaphy on the field, so let's see what happens here. Alright. I'm actually going to bring out Deoxys speed, but if you look, Deoxys speed, more than half of his wheel is a 40 white. Deoxys attack, 130 white. This one is probably my smallest possibility of landing at the moment. And let's see, what do I want to do here? I think we're going to bring out Sceptile. Looking at Sceptile 91. Mew, half his wheel. Half his wheel. So if you look, so many of these Pokemon are consistent in the damage that they're doing. Speaking of what they're doing, like I've totally let this guy set up his water deck. We need to, I can't even get to the Manaphy because Empoleon is going to diving entry, which is okay. 70, 80, 90. I'm actually okay with that matchup. I really don't like how I've gone about setting up my board here, to tell you the truth. What does he have? Long throw, max revive, and hurdle jump. Okay, I must have already triggered. And I can't, I mean, I could do this round, but there would have been no point there because it would have been a suicide bomb for Zapdos. I'm trying to think of what is good against Poliwhirl. I actually think Sceptile is, because his wheel is 31. That's not great, because 31, he's going to be doing more than 31 damage. That's not good. Don't necessarily like many or any of the current matchups, to tell you the truth. I don't know who's attacking. There we go. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take the weight because he had a pretty sizable gold. And I'd rather just wait one than get knocked completely out. And just as I talk about consistency, the first spin we get is not consistent at all. Let's see, what do we want to do here? We can actually protect him by hopping over. I've kind of got myself into a mess here a little bit. Slide him over. What do I want to do here? How do I want to attack this? I could goal block with him. I don't know, I'm taking forever to decide this. What does he have left? He doesn't have his hurdle jump, so I guess I could just block this off, which is going to force him to move out of the way, which is fine. Could go up there and then come in with a goal block with a grout on, I think. So he's probably going to move to threaten my goal, which is expected. But I'm just going to take my goal block here, close off that. Now he's got to retreat back. Yeah. Pretty much what I saw coming. Don't really like Mew against him. I do like Subtile against him though. Let's go ahead and take that matchup. He's going to force me to respin. As long as I don't land my 31, my gold, I'm great here. And that is going to be the knockout. And what status effect did he just leave on me? Not really. I'll go here and threaten his goal with Zapdos. And then we're going to remove the status effect there. I believe we will take an entry point. I can honestly say, in all the games I've played, I want speed. We'll just go ahead and leave him there. I don't know that I've ever had this configuration. Oh, look at that. No, I'm actually going to take the beneficial sleep and drop down and wake him back up. I didn't know that I'd ever had my Pokemon in that particular board configuration. You have to be careful. Sometimes Magikarp can kill Mew when there's a Manaphy on the board. So what we're gonna do is slide up one here. What I want to do is I want to get either Mew or Zapdos up against his Manaphy. That was an interesting... Nice. That was a clutch dodge. That was a very fortunate spin. And I'm fortunate that he didn't roll what he probably should have rolled, which is his 111 attack. He's going to bring Gyarados back out, because Gyarados is kind of the cog that makes all of his stuff work. And if I can get my Mew up against... Oh, well... That was unfortunate. Wasn't paying attention, but doesn't necessarily ruin me, per se. Surprised he didn't attack there. Because his 114 can cover. And I'm just going to take that. I still want to get Zapdos or Mew near Manaphy. I'm surprised he's not attacking with Gyarados into... I don't know why he would do that. I feel like he's baiting me into something. I'm not going to fall for it. He doesn't have counter attack. So I'm not sure why he would have done that. Anytime someone does a play that I legit doesn't make sense to me, I always question, oh, I'm out of time. That's what the problem is. Okay, well. Here I am explaining everything and not even paying attention to how much time is on the clock. I'm going to get a dimensional slip. Hopefully I just roll dimension slip. And it won't let me stop the wheel. I don't know what's happening. Get my opponent to respin here. And that's going to be the knockout there. Now I'm definitely interested in taking his entry points. I'm really surprised he didn't attack there. This is super risky, but actually, I don't know that I have anything. I need to tie. That was risky, but I need to try to get rid of Manaphy. And I don't know what my best option for doing that is at this moment. Probably Sceptile. So I'm going to try to apply pressure. And I haven't been this far down in time in a while. Like I'm 2 minutes. What's he doing? 134. So Sceptile can actually knock him out. But he's not my concern at the moment. Ooh, do I want to do that? Sure. I don't want to be where Gyarados can swing at me. I'd love to roll consecutive like 141s here. There's one of them. He's probably going to slide his Gyarados in there. I will take his other entry point if he does. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, that's okay. Let's go for the 140. Actually, just the 90 will work. Nope. Don't want that. Come on, you're in here to roll your 91. Oh. And we have to be careful here because, come on, come on. No, man, that is a lot of spins consecutive with not rolling a 91 when it's half your wheel. Ninja. If I could get Zapdos. And actually, what I can do is probably bring Mew over here and attack Gyarados. But let's see if we can't get a KO here. The more I use Zapdos, the less I like him. I'm not gonna lie. He's got the huge gold, but man. And here's what I don't like. There's too many options on his wheel. If I had a better gold attack, I would use it, but I don't have one. Greninja's single-handedly beating everybody on my team. And without Manaphy on the field. And I haven't been keeping track. Maybe I'll go back and rewatch the video to see what their 50% outcome roll is. I'm feeling like I don't roll it 50% of the time. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's like 5 consecutive spins with Sceptile where he's not landed his 91, which out of 10 times, he should land it 5 times. There's another one. That's either 5 or 6. I haven't kept an exact count, but it's definitely a lot consecutive that if the math of 50% is accurate, then he really, the statistical odds of him doing that are suspect. There goes another one. So it's either 6 or 7. Which means I should get a run of like 5 in a row. There's one. He's gonna make me respin. Interesting. 1 in 8, 1 in 9. We're gonna get a, okay, attack. We're gonna get a timeout loss here, but two in 10 maybe? Something in that neighborhood? There we go. Poliwhirl's going to turn him in. Now I hope he doesn't roll his white. Oh, bummer. So there we go. We get the timeout loss. I'm interested, now that I have this on video, I'm super interested to go back and watch it and see just how often the spin that I think that the numbers say should happen the majority of the time. I'm interested to tally up and put in how many times they actually spun what I think they're supposed to spin. Here we go against Nat, who's at 2200. And I'm not putting down anybody's ability. For all I know, this guy completely tanked at the end of the month. But looking at his team, this really shouldn't be a match. It really shouldn't. I should be able to handle him. He's got double hurdle jumps, so he's probably going to go super aggressive. Wish I had... Another thing that I've noticed I'm doing in this recent downfall that I've had is I'm noticing that I'm picking horrible matchups where I think I have a good matchup, but I really don't. And that's part of the problem. Matchups are huge in this. And he's going to get smoked. And he's going to get smoked, except I'm going to respin him. And that's what Magmortar does, is he either smokes you, or you beat him and then you get burned anyways. Which is why his miss slice is so large. Maybe he can get the... Nope. And actually, that is not the worst thing in the world to happen to my burned Deoxys. And if I recall, he did one 130 spin and one dimensional slip, so he's at 50%. And that's about where he should be. Come over here so I don't get hurdle jumped. If he jumps into the middle, I'll surround there. I'm just gonna hop over him and attack because that was a terrible move. And terrible moves do not get rewarded. So Zapdos is gonna get surrounded because I'm an idiot. That's kind of how that works. If you do dumb plays, you typically get punished for them. And I did a really dumb play. So there you go. That is the punishment. We'll turn on our Cosmo Energy. I haven't even, he's level 1. Like, I haven't done anything with him. If I lose this, it would have been Sayonara. Oh wow. I don't even know what we were spinning for there. A miss? Still interested, because I've never used Onyx. What plates does he have? Hurdle jump, hurdle jump. Meh. Meowth has the fake out where he's going to switch places with the Pokemon. This should be a pretty easy kill. And I'm super fortunate that I didn't just get knocked out there. Super, super fortunate. But again, the odds are so heavy in my favor. His wheel's 70%, 72%. See if we can't get blue and hop over. Probably not going to evolve, I would say. Wow. Shows what I know. That was interesting. Wait, why can I not jump? Oh, because I can't use Soar because Flygon is evolved. Took me a minute there. Very interesting. Sand Blizzard. I'm kind of in trouble here. If he double chances Magmortar into the Flame Gun, then both my Pokemon get knocked out. And we will take that entry point. Actually a really, really good matchup for me against Flygon. I think it is. And switch so I don't get slipped. No. We are just going to end that turn there. It's going to take me a day and a half to get there with Groudon. I don't know why he chose to do that with Meowth, because even if he gets the switch, he gets round killed. Very bad mistake attacking with your goalie. So we got the consistent spin when we needed it. The 102 hit at the end of the game, above and beyond everything else. I'd be interested to know, and I might when I'm doing the editing, which if I do it during the editing, you will know because I'll run a tally. But I'd be interested to know of all the spins that are 50% to happen, and the only one that's not would be Zapdos. But of all of those, I wonder in 2 games, which is probably not a huge sample size, but I will say between 50 and 100 opportunities combined for all of them. I wonder how often the favored attack landed as opposed to secondary attacks. It'd be interesting to see. I do feel like, and I don't have a whole lot of experience with Deoxys A. I didn't use him a whole lot. I didn't have a Deoxys deck to use him with. And I felt like when I did use him before, I felt like he rolled Slip more than I wanted to. And in limited practice again with him after the balance adjustments, I feel like he rolls Slip a lot more. And I don't know if it's just confirmation bias or if there really is something up to it, because the wheels that are shown are just images. They don't actually represent the possibilities. I think that whatever kind of algorithm or random number generator is involved, you know, if they use 96, then X number of options are slip or attack of whatever kind. But yeah, I'm interested to see if it really is closer to 50-50 than it feels like it is. And I know a lot of times when people are in a game and you get down to, I need this one spin in order to be successful, then when that one doesn't happen, you're going to remember that a lot more often than the times that it does happen and you need it to. Like, I probably won't remember Zapdos hitting the 102 to get the victory there, but I will remember that Deoxys A, when the game was on the line with Meowth, rolled his Slip. So it's kind of like in poker. You don't remember the hands you win, but you definitely remember the ones you lose. Let me know in the comments below if you run Sceptile, Zapdos, Deoxys A, Mew, do you feel like they land over the course of the whole time that you've been using the Pokemon? Do you feel like that they land on those quote unquote 50% segments half the time? Or do you feel like something's off? Let me know your opinion, because I'd really like to know, and maybe it'd be worth doing some research on this to see what kind of results we get. We'd need like thousands of results, and I don't know, maybe someone wants to put together something. But for now, win one, lose one. We're climbing back up slowly in the ranks. My monthly rank is pretty funny. I might have touched under 1,400 at one point, so the fact that I'm all the way up at 16 is... we'll take that as a win, and the month is officially 2 days old. So we've got lots of time to continue down the track towards the new booster system. And while I have you guys here, did you notice, I put it on Twitter, but did you notice they have new tiers for ranking? So the top 100 get 50 booster tickets. The top 1,000, between 101 and 1,000, get 30 tickets. And top 2,000 get 20, 5,000 get 15, on down to, if you're in the top 500,000 out of 17 million. Now, 500,000 out of 17 million, that's still ranked really high. Like, you're beating a ton of people. And they probably have more than 17 million downloads at this point. So there you go. I think 50 tickets might be a little out of my reach. I think I can do the 30 though. I can rally back from a terrible start to May and finish up in the top 1,000. So that is going to do it for today's episode. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys, when you hit a losing streak, and everybody does, unless your name is Listener, and then you're just so good that you don't fall into losing streaks. But when you guys fall into losing streak, what do you do to try to shake yourself out of it? Do you go back to an old trusty deck? Do you switch things up? Or do you just keep going, staying the course, and try to get better and make better decisions? I'm interested to know. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time.